In a small town in Oregon, there lived a man named Ethan Carter. From the outside, Ethan's life seemed fine. He had a stable job, a decent apartment, and a group of friends who occasionally invited him for dinner. But deep down, Ethan felt trapped. Every day was the same, a never-ending loop of waking up, going to work, scrolling through social media, watching TV, and falling asleep, only to repeat the cycle the next day. He had dreams once, big dreams. He wanted to start a business, travel the world, write a book. But now, at 32, he felt like life was passing him by. Whenever he thought about making a change, doubts crept in. It's too late. What if I fail? I'm just not the type of person who succeeds. Little did he know, a single moment was about to change everything. One cold evening, Ethan received a phone call from his childhood best friend, Ryan. They hadn't spoken in years. Ryan had always been ambitious, the type to take risks. "Ethan, I'm in town for a day. Let's catch up," Ryan said. They met at a quiet cafe, and Ethan was shocked to see how much Ryan had changed. He looked confident, successful, alive. They talked for hours, and Ethan finally admitted, "I feel stuck. Man, I don't know how to get out of this cycle." Ryan listened carefully, then leaned in and said something that hit Ethan like a punch to the gut. "The only difference between you and me, Ethan, is that I stopped waiting for life to happen to me. I made a choice to change." Ethan went home that night, unable to shake Ryan's words. That was the moment, the turning point. He realized he had spent years waiting for motivation, for the right time, for some sign that never came. If he wanted change, he had to create it. The next morning, Ethan made a simple decision. He would wake up 1 hour earlier and use that time for self-improvement. Just 1 hour. At first, it was hard. His body resisted, his mind made excuses, but he stuck with it. He used that hour to read, learn new skills, and reflect. And something strange happened. He started feeling alive again. A month later, Ethan decided to push himself further. He signed up for a public speaking class, something that terrified him. On the first day, he could barely introduce himself without stuttering. He wanted to quit. But then he remembered Ryan's words, "Make a choice to change." By the third session, he felt more comfortable. By the 10th, he volunteered to give a speech in front of 50 people. He felt fear, but he also felt something new, excitement. Ethan started setting bigger goals. He quit mindlessly scrolling social media. He cut down on Netflix. He replaced distractions with purposeful action. He signed up for an online course on business and marketing. He reached out to people in the industry. He started networking. Within 6 months, he launched his own online store, something he had been dreaming about for years. At first, it was slow. He doubted himself, but he kept showing up every single day. He told himself consistency over perfection, and soon things started picking up. Then came the first real challenge. A bad financial decision almost wiped out his savings. For the first time in months, doubt came rushing back. Maybe I wasn't meant for this. But this time, something was different. He didn't quit. He reached out to mentors, analyzed what went wrong, and adapted his strategy. Within a few months, he not only recovered, but made his first major profit. 1 year after his conversation with Ryan, Ethan stood in front of an audience of 500 people at a business conference, sharing his journey. As he spoke, he realized something profound. His success didn't come from luck, talent, or waiting for the perfect moment. It came from a simple choice to take action. That night, he received a message from a stranger in the audience. "Your story changed my life." Ethan smiled. 1 year ago, he had been stuck. Now, he was the person inspiring others to change. Ethan's story isn't unique, because it can be your story, too. The truth is, most people are one decision away from a completely different life.